Hi guys, welcome back to the Butterfly Effect podcast. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the extended Until Dawn horror film trailer. Now, I won't lie, I recorded this video already, so I have seen the trailer. I recorded a fresh reaction, but the footage corrupted. That is on me. But I'm just going to look at it again and pick out things that I've noticed. Before I do so, I just want to recap again on yesterday's video. So, they did a mini trailer, like a teaser trailer, and me and the Until Dawn community reacted to that. I want to say that there was a lot of engagement in the comments, and there was some mixed reactions. A lot of people said, yes, this isn't Until Dawn, it's just whoring the name out, was one consensus. And another big consensus was actually give it a chance. A lot of people are coming on it very harshly because they are passionate Until Dawn fans. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go into the cinema with a really open mind, trying to defend this in any way I can to sort of salvage it. I really want to be kind of like unbiased and impartial as I can possibly be. One thing that I did have my reaction is maybe whoring the name out is a strong word, but it just screamed like bringing Peter Stormare back in, not as Dr. Hill, but as Hill, who seemed like a redneck harbinger. Not very kind of like, I don't know, just maybe not the best use of him. There was no sort of like mountains or snow. It just seemed like they've picked a forest with a random house. I am going to miss the lodge. So I was just very concerned, like, what makes this Until Dawn? For me, showing a bunch of different deaths isn't what we want as Until Dawn fans. Going for the Happy Death Day, Groundhog Day concept just didn't seem very like logical to me. But then again, you know, these guys are filmmakers, I'm not, so it could just be that, you know, I'm fully wrong here. But without further ado, I'm going to minimise myself, and we will, well, I'm going to say freshly react. I want to be as open and honest as I can. I have seen it, but I will pause and pick out bits that I have noticed. Here we go.
I'm looking for...
One thing I want to comment on is the characters here. So it looks like we are getting 5, not 8. A lot of people weren't too happy about that aspect. I don't mind it. So my theory is, I know a lot of people want it to be like an absolute carbon copy of Until Dawn, which we can't do. You can't replicate that. I mean, I am in the camp that this film shouldn't be made in the first place, but nonetheless, it's happening. We can't fight it now. We're getting an Until Dawn the movie, so we just have to roll with it. I would rather a smaller cast. It may look like a DPA game, not an Until Dawn game, but I'd rather have 5 characters with a lot of depth than have like 8 where some of them just were like spare parts, you know. I feel like it's actually a smart decision to go for 5 characters. It looks like we've got an item here. This is probably the Emily. This is probably your Sam, so I'm guessing this is going to be like a Mike and Jess, and maybe this guy will be a bit of comic relief, and I can see this guy being a Chris, or he's just like the shy Matt character. So it looks like we're not really going to be getting an Ashley, or maybe a Josh, or maybe she's going to be a combo of Josh and Sam. We actually see the Psycho in this trailer, so I'll get into that a bit later as well.
For my sister.
That's another thing I want to comment on as well. Hartley's is the second name of Chris, so I think they've thrown that in as an Easter egg for the character that is Chris.
Does she look familiar to you?
She's gone missing.
I didn't say that. Do a lot of people go missing?
Dr. Hill has a harbinger, so this basically confirms he is the harbinger redneck. Now, a lot of horror films do that trope where they literally stop at a gas station. You see it in Texas Chainsaw. I think you see it in Cabin in the Woods. You see it in The Wrong Turn a bunch, I believe. I could be wrong on that one. But I'm not... I know, like, part of the Until Dawn of me wants a lot of things to be the same, and I know that isn't possible. But I still feel you could have done some funky stuff in a movie with Dr. Hill, with some, like, therapy sessions where, like, he intervenes and, you know, you get little breaks with him or something. But having him just almost as a cameo in the game, I'll take it over nothing, but it almost just smells like they're just trying to copy like a horror footprint, or like a blueprint, sorry, and they're like, oh, we need a harbinger, we'll have Peter Stormare be that guy. And I don't know how I feel about that, I can't lie.
Right here?
Up the road That's why people get into trouble.
The house as well, like, I'm not gonna lie, I will miss the lodge, and I know you can't, I mean, they could provide, it would take a lot of budget, but we're not getting like a snowy lodge up in the woods, which is a little bit disappointing. We are just kind of getting like a classic horror house, and it looks like a large part of the film will be set in this house. We're not going to be getting loads of outside locations too much. I don't really think we will. So a little bit disappointing. It's just whether you think that like having a lot of minor lore and a creepy house is sufficient for you as an Until Dawn fan.
Those are the first people here in years.
Looks like it too.
Weird.
That's my sister's signature. Oh, shit.
Guys, check it out.
What happened to these people?
Where's my car?
Where's Megan?
That's the thing as well. I guess they're bringing back hiding as a bit of a tribute to like the don't move sequences. We have Psycho here. Now in the later frame we will see Psycho has a bit of a bald head at the back. I was going to go down the road of they'll probably copy the trope that the host, whoever brings them in, most likely your front girl because she notices her sister, so I'm guessing they are going to go down for the Washington sister trope where a sister's previously died and then the main girl comes back to this lodge. So the Until Dawn fan in you would almost want to say this is the main girl here and she's the big bad and she is the traitor, but I don't know, I don't think they are going to go for that. It's nice to see that they are throwing the Psycho in the game, it's just the execution of it will be very telling as to whether I like this or not. So yeah, I guess that's just going to have to be a wait and see.
What the fuck just happened? We all got fucking murdered. And now we're here again.
So the night is just gonna repeat itself.
I don't remember that happening last time.
Old lady in a chair screams the devil in me to me, and Bear Trap in the Woods screams the Quarry. So it's almost like they've blended in a cast of 5 characters, DPA again. It seems like it's Until Dawn, but it's also a few other supermassive titles in the mix as well.
Holy shit. Every night, something new is trying to kill us.
One thing I want to defend it on is I do think this Wendigo looks fantastic. The effects in it actually look great. I'm a big horror fan in the sense that I prefer practical effects over CGI, and I mean there still could be CGI, but it does look like the makeup team have done a stellar job on this Wendigo. You've got the milky eyes, you've got the blood, like the kind of like really kind of like disheveled skin almost. So yeah, like one thing I will defend it on, I think it's done a fantastic job at that. That is another thing I wanted to comment on. What the bleeding Christ is that? I know in the game we had Josh who set up loads of like traps and stuff around, and a lot of like fake ghosts, but that looks like something that kills me every time I play Lethal Company the game. So are we getting Wendigos, crazy old people like running through the house that like gas you, a bold psycho that, you know, I don't know who it's supposed to be, and now we've got a giant in the woods. Like, fair play, I know, like I say, you can't have a carbon copy of Until Dawn, it has to come up with its own identity to an extent as well. But what the Jesus Christ is that? Does that mean we're getting something supernatural in? It's outside, so I don't think that can be like an effect or like the doing of one of the characters. Just yeah, I'm baffled and confused by that. That's something I'm gonna have to see what the hell that holds.
What is that?
How many more deaths do you have in you?
Nobody's made it past 13 nights.
If we want
That screaming lady's clearly like the sister, right?
to survive, we have to make it until dawn. What is that?
Let's get it now.
I'm just gonna grab it. Don't move.
Yeah. Oh, what? Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
What?
See, though, again, the makeups look fantastic, actually. I'm just a bit confused because, like, the Wendigo, in lore and the game, it comes about from cannibalism. But how are these guys getting infected with the Wendigo curse if they're not resorting to cannibalism, if they're dying over and over? So I feel like the whole Wendigo lore is going to get steered in another direction, or they're going to go for, like, a different kind of Wendigo to an extent. I'm unsure. This whole Happy Death Day, Groundhog Day concept, I'm so uncertain by, because I almost feel like these directors have come together and said, oh, Until Dawn fans probably want to see loads of different deaths. That isn't why I like Until Dawn. Until Dawn I like because it is a choose-your-own-adventure game. And it's the narrative, it's the story, it's the simplicity, it's the sophistication of the branching that makes Until Dawn this unique lightning-in-a-bottle experience that I don't think can translate into a movie. So I almost feel like the directors have potentially grabbed all the wrong things. Not all the wrong things, that is harsh to say. A lot of things that they think we want, but we potentially don't. And what do I know? I'm just, a sad, lonely YouTuber in my bedroom making Moaning Myrtle videos. These guys are the filmmakers. I have to kind of, like, sit back and let them do their magic to some extent. But the diehard Until Dawn fan in me is very concerned.
It's still in my face!
Coming soon. But yeah, I mean, that is it, guys. From this trailer, the bullet points I've got out of it are, the makeup looks incredible. I mean, that is like the one positive. I mean, it's cool that the Psycho's being brought back, but I am concerned how they are going to utilise him. Like, because I think they have to very much steer away from the fact that the main girl is, like, the big bad, because clearly we have her sister who's dead and who's a Wendigo and is being tied in to some extent. I don't know how they're going to go for the cannibalism thing. And I'm just so baffled and intrigued by the Happy Death Day concept. I don't quite see it landing. I could be wrong. But regardless, guys, I mean, I will go full screen again for a little bit. Oh, sorry, clicked wrong. I'm quite a boomer when it comes to tech. But yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what you guys think of this. So please just comment down below your thoughts on this trailer. Tell me what you think of Dr. Hill being Harbinger Hill. Tell me what you think of, like, the Wendigos, the makeup, the Psycho, whatever the bleeding hell that thing in the woods was in the distance. If you like the idea of, like, all the Easter eggs being thrown in, like the Hartley garage and stuff, garage, gas stop, like, if you're not from the UK. And what you think of, like, the Happy Death Day concept. Maybe I am being really harsh. Maybe I do need to just relax and let them do their magic. Like I say, I will be seeing this in the cinema, and I'm going to try and defend it where I can. I want to be unbiased, I want to be impartial. But the diehard Until Dawn fan of me, although it acknowledges you can't have a replica, it's just impossible to do, it's sad that it could potentially be butchered in front of me, because I'm strong enough to dissociate the game from the movie. But I know that I could be out and about, and I could maybe be in a pub somewhere, and if I bring up Until Dawn, because, yeah, that is the extent of my riz, I bring up video games in pubs, bars if you're not from the UK as well, and I might bring up Until Dawn, and then someone says, oh, you mean the crappy horror film, and I'm going to have to defend the art that is the video game, and, like, that, obviously the directors don't care about that isn't why they've made it. I think saying that they're whoring their name out for a cash grab, maybe a little harsh, like, there's an extent that could be true. However, I don't know, I just feel like the directors, they are fans of Until Dawn, but, like, I feel like maybe they're grabbing the wrong parts of Until Dawn to translate it into a movie. But all we can do is wait and see. Please tell me what you think of this trailer, if your concept, or not concept, if your mind's changed on how you think this film's going to go, if you're leaning more towards it, even more against it, please let me know. Yeah, I'm quite engaging in the comments, so I'll try and read and grab every single one. But otherwise, guys, if you've not seen the channel before and you are into the video game Until Dawn or other video games, I recommend subscribing, because we constantly upload videos of all your favourite choice-based games. We've even done a book review. We just do everything on the channel. It's a lot of fun, and we have a Discord community which you can kind of ask to join in the comments below, and we'll grant you access. And then you can meet like-minded people who love these video games. The community is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, until next time, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.